Yo, what's good? What's good? It's your boy, Damon, aka MI4K20 in the building. We talk Hawks TV. We talk Hawks daily. Ready to talk some Hawks. Ready to talk some Hawks. First win of the season, 1-0. Ready to talk some DeJounte Murray debut. Ready to talk some John Collins with a monster game, baby. Ooh, wee. Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. First thing first, shout out to all the Atlanta Hawk fans out there. We got that dub tonight. 1-0. You feel me? Got that dub. Great way to start the season, opening up the opening up the season, opening up the homestand. Um Came out there. We kind of was rough at the beginning, but the defense, the defense kept us in the game. We took the lead. 25, I think we held them to 20 points, something like that in the first quarter. By halftime, we was up 9. Now, third quarter, Houston come out, punched us in the mouth, man. I think they put 30, some points up on us in that quarter. That's how they got in the game and made their game closer than what it should have been until the end of the game. Then we kind of took the game over. Let's talk, man. I don't want to hear no more slander about John Collins. That's what I'm gonna start off with. I don't want to hear no John Collins slander. I don't want to hear it. John Collins, let me drop that link in the chat. John Collins was a monster today. Do you hear me? He was a monster. He showed you every part of his game. He showed you he had a bag. Talk to me. What? There's nothing you can say about John Collins. That performance he put on. What did you want, man? He gave you some of everything. He gave you some of everything, baby. You know what I'm saying? Let me bring all my guy analysts up in the building. What's good, my G?
What's up? What's up? What's up? Well, let me get
Oh, I
camera
can't hear you,
situated
man. Let me see.
first.
Check my volume. I can't hear. Hey, say something.
Nope, can you hear me? Nope.
Damn, I can't hear nothing, bro. Let me see. Do I got you on mute? Nope. Okay, he gonna come back in. But yo, shout out to Zeta Plug. I know you made. Hey, just leaving a lot. Only 12 shots. Feed that man more. Trae and DJ with the season opening dubs with a dub. Come up, talk to me. That I don't want to hear no John Collins slander again. 9 for 12 from the field. That's 75%. And he wasn't just throwing up no damn he just wasn't putting up no crap. You feel me? He just wasn't just putting up no layups. He showed you the range. 1 for 3 from the 3-point line. That's 33%. I don't want to hear no John Collins slander at all. Amazing performance. Say something, analyst. Let me see if I can hear you now.
Got me?
I can't hear you. Can everybody else hear him? See if can everybody else hear you? Hey, can y'all hear analyst when he says something? Oh, Gerald said you can't hear him? But y'all can hear me though, right?
I heard me on the stream.
Cause I don't got nobody on mute or nothing. Let me see. Let me bring in Gerald. Let me see. Gerald, can you hear me?
Yo, can you hear me?
See, I can't hear Gerald. Y'all can hear Gerald?
I got you, Gerald. Gerald, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you now, analyst.
Oh.
Hey, Matt, can you hear me, Matt?
Yeah, I can hear you.
But I can't hear y'all.
I hear Matt.
Y'all hear analysts? But I can't hear y'all.
I hear you.
I hear you.
Okay, hey, well, let me try this. I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna come back in. Y'all stay up here, okay?
All right.
Let me leave and come back in.
What's up, fellas?
What's up?
What's going on, Gerald?
Oh.
Hello?
Got us? No.
You got it,
Damn, I
Damon?
cannot hear y'all. This
Check
is
it.
bullshit, bro.
Let's see, check
Uh,
your,
nobody's on mute.
audio.
Let me try again.
Settings when you go.
You saw them. You saw them. You saw them. John Collins posts.
Man, please. John out there
I
looking like.
did, bro.
Hey,
Bruh.
Yeah.
Bruh. And I like that he wasn't holding the ball. He just went into his move that got it going. I like that.
was
You know,
awful.
9 for 12 from the field. And I feel like all 12 shots was quality shots.
right.
All
Right.
12 of them.
Yeah.
Really, bruh, DeJounte Murray, bruh, he shot terrible from the floor. And I said it in the group. He still looked like a cheat code on defense, bruh.
He does.
Bruh,
And
five steals. And I'm talking about I'm at the game. I get some of my food. Next thing I know, I hear the crowd cheering. He on another fast break by himself. I'm like, bruh,
Yeah. Mhm.
like this man like a pickpocket master.
yeah.
But he led the league in steals last year. I see why.
Mhm.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
I can
Yeah.
Hey, no John Collins slander.
Amen.
It really ain't no room for no slander for anybody except Capella.
I'm about to say.
Oh
Didn't
God.
I tell y'all this?
Ugh.
Tell me, have I not been saying this right here? If Dre Hunter attacked the basket, he will average 20 points. Have I not been saying this?
Yeah,
Mhm.
He looked stronger.
yeah.
That's the,
He looked like he already looked strong, but he looked like he was in the weight room.
And his
Little bit.
handle's better too.
Yeah.
Hey, Jared, it's a long light. You said that.
bruh.
Huh?
That's a long light. You said
Hey
that.
man, listen,
Bro, I'm still in the park. I'm still in the parking deck.
bro. I love DeJounte Murray, dog.
Yeah.
I love this dude, man. This
I don't
dude
think he
is
had any
a
turnovers tonight.
dog.
Nope.
Huh?
0 turnovers.
Man. What he had? He had let's see,
Him and Trae had 20 and 10. At least
11.
20 and 10.
Hey, bro. They had 20 and 10. Collins had 24.
Hunter
Dre
had
had
22.
20, 22.
Mm-hmm.
But let me tell you something, man. DeJounte Murray, you know, he's the only one I seen come in the game. And when he bring the ball down, he actually looked for John Collins.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Him and John, man. That
Did anybody else notice that? Like
Yeah.
he would come down and look for John, and John was hooping, bro.
Yeah. John was hooping. He was way more decisive. Him and Hunter, man, is like they look really, really good. And I think even though Trey shot 7 for 21 or something like that.
7 for 20.
Yeah, he
Like-
shot like shit
like-
today. Yeah, he shot
Like
like shit.
terrible, but it didn't like
Didn't hurt us.
it
Really.
didn't affect us that much because everybody else was playing pretty good. That's man. This bro Murray gonna do wonders for us, bro.
Yeah. And then I'm excited to see the bench, because the bench now I think when Bogey gets back, I think Nate might not run Trae or DeJounte. I think the only reason he did it is because he knew he wasn't going to play AJ and there wasn't going to be that much scoring in the second unit. I think that's the main reason why he kept Trae in the game. He could still do it, but I think with Bogey coming back, I think that will take away a lot of that lack of scoring in the second unit. Because even when Trae, I think it was like the first substitution. The second unit struggled, but they were playing defense. So
Yeah.
so they were able to get some stops and kind of not let the game get away from or even get too close.
One thing I will say that I hated that Nate did, I hate when his substitutions are just so predictable, man.
Yeah.
Bro,
Well, that's every team.
But listen, when I mean this. You know how I always complain? He always take you out no matter how hot you are. He did the exact same thing to Hunter in the first. I'm like, Hunter was cooking in the first quarter, and then he took him out the game. That's what I mean when I say predictable, meaning, bro, sometimes just go with the hot hand. You probably do got a minute's rotation in your head, but if you hot, I'm gonna keep you in. Why would I take you out? You know what I'm saying?
You got 29 other coaches that do the same thing. So
Yeah, but it's
every
like,
team do that.
well,
Because
with Houston,
you gotta have like that kind of goes into that structure. Because if you switch it up too much, then you're gonna get players like out of rhythm and stuff like that. So
well, not necessarily even if you switch it up, just just let them know, hey, I'm not gonna go on my I'm not gonna go on my set rotation I've been running since I got to Atlanta. Even though it's not with the same players, he runs positional rotations, that's what makes it so predictable. Is when you run positional rotations, all right, he finna pull the shooting guard and he finna pull the center. He gonna go to his bench. Let's go and get this guy in. And the matchup's already ready. You saw in the first half, Sengun killed Onyeka Okongwu in the post. Until the second half, I thought it was a solid job. But they were ready for that matchup since the jump.
I think he was gonna put him in. I think he was gonna put him in at that time, regardless whether if Hunter went out of the game or not.
Yeah, here come Clint
It's
Capela.
it's not necessarily that your counter is done like in the pregame, so to speak. It's not always done like like while the game's going on. Now I do get in certain, like in the playoffs or something like that, you do got a little bit more situational stuff going on. But this early in the season, you got people that Nate might still have some people that's fighting for a rotation spot, and he kind of gotta weed it out a little bit. So it's gonna get even more predictable as the season goes.
Can you got the minute split between Onyeka and Capela? Because I thought Onyeka played more.
We got Onyeka played 21 minutes. Clint Capela played 26 minutes.
I mean, I felt Onyeka played better personally, but
I think he did. I think Clint was awful tonight, in my opinion. I mean,
I think offensively he was dirt juice.
Well, and I learned this with Capela. Like even though Capela, in my opinion, I don't expect much from him in the offense, but when you airball him 3 foot shots,
but you know what though? You know what? We got to give some love to Bruno. Because he look a whole lot better than when he was in Atlanta. I'm proud of him. Whatever he had going on, it seemed like he put it behind him. Like, and he was a force. Yeah.
Hey, Gerald, when I was doing a watch along tonight, right?
Mm-hmm.
I could not believe that was Fernando. I was like, listen, I'm watching the game and they saying Fernando, and I'm like, Fernando, who is this dude? And then I looked, bro. I was like this. I said, I know that. Is that Bruno Fernando?
Right.
As soon as I said it, bro, my whole watch along stream froze up, dog. I was in that much shock. I was like, what I said, he ain't never looked like that with us. Ever.
No.
But there wasn't ever no minutes for him to develop. Now he's in a place where he can have the minutes.
Now, granted, he was a late second round pick, so I mean,
right?
Yeah,
that's true.
I can understand why he didn't get the minutes, but
yeah,
I'll say this about Bruno.
I'm proud of him.
I'll say this about Bruno. I loved him when we picked him up. Like I said, me and my dad used to go to summer league every year. To me, he was one of probably the 3 best bigs that I saw in the summer league, as far as just like technical stuff, like boxing out every play, like really setting screens and rolling hard to the rim. He had a lot of the intangibles that I think you would want from a young player. He had it early. So I'm not surprised that he showed up to be big, to have big, to really become a professional player. You know, I wish we could have kept him, but we didn't have room for him. Like y'all see what Cam did tonight?
Yeah, balled out.
Well, I mean,
hold on. He did for real. Y'all being sarcastic.
No,
I
Cam
think he had
20.
22, 23.
Yeah, and he hit game time.
And he sent the game in the overtime.
Yeah, he hit a game time shot.
Oh, that's good. You know, it's only one ball.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
It's only one ball. You know, so I'm glad them players. You know, they doing their job. They earning their money. I'm really proud of Bruno because we know what he went through. You know, during the last part of his stint with us. So I'm glad he played well. But going to Clint, you know, Clint altered a lot of shots at the rim.
Yeah.
And that's really all you needed. At least tonight, that's all you needed out of him. You didn't really need anything else out of him.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm paying you $20 million to deflect a couple of shots. I mean,
no, he deflected a couple, but he altered probably at least 10.
No, well, I tell you what.
The rim was closed when he was in the paint. The rim was closed.
Yeah, we gotta. It's like y'all trying to turn Clint into somebody that he isn't. Bruno showed his little jump shot that Damon be talking about Capela need. But I mean, would you rather have Clint or would you rather have Bruno? No offense to Bruno, but y'all get what I'm trying to say.
After tonight, I don't know.
I was about to say tonight, I don't know. But
after tonight, I don't know.
But let me say this, because there was a lot of times where Clint did this, and you know, listen, you know, I'm not a fan of Clint Capela, but you know, I like the blocks that he got on the defensive end. But let me tell you this: the defense tonight, to me, it wasn't good from him because when they ran a play and they ran it over and over again late in the shot clock.
The analysts freeze up.
I think
all they had to do was.
God knows what the analyst saying some BS right now. That's why he freezing up.
Hey man, hey, analysts. Hey, let me tell you something about analysts, bro. If he don't like you, it don't matter what you could go out there and score 100 points.
He gonna come up with something.
He gonna find something, bro. He be like, he didn't score 100 points efficiently. I'm like, damn, man. I thought Clint played pretty well tonight, man.
I thought he was average. I thought he was average, but he
did a good job. He did a good job of holding the paint. You saw. Let me tell you something else. Y'all saw. They tried to take advantage of Okongwu's height, right? You saw that when they had Surfing in the game, and they targeted Okongwu. Now, hey, when Sergen first got in the game, did you see that move he put on Okongwu?
Bro, y'all got it's like y'all are.
Did anybody see that? Did anybody see that?
I did.
Yeah.
Bro, did you see that foot, bro? We need that guy. You hear me?
No, Sergen he's dope. He got good.
Oh my days!
He got good footwork. He got good.
And you see, they targeted Okongwu. He was just backing him down, bro. I'm like, they deliberately going at him.
Who's saying good?
That's why that bad. You know, if Okongwu was 6'10", bro, but man, that size, bro.
Yeah, but if I'm the Hawks, I go ahead, throw it to Shane Goon in the post. I'll live with that. But I thought overall, like Onyeka, you really felt his presence on the court. Like he was everywhere. But Capela, you know, I'm like, this not only, I mean, offensively, he's a 0. I'm not really worried about that. It's defensively, I mean, he's just I think it's because of the money he makes. He should be a lot better. Like he's paid like a top 3, top 4 center.
That
He's
It's
like
that
not.
money is not. That's
10,
if
11,
you got to
12.
think about that. You thinking about 5 years ago what the average elite center made. It's way different now, bro. It's way different. Like
Come on
I
in, man.
have sometimes I struggle with that sometimes as well. But I gotta realize the market is way higher than what Clint gets paid now. So I mean, you kind of have to adjust.
For a great center like Gobert, like 30, 32. No, but I'm saying even 20. Like I think you can get. I'm trying to think of a center. Okay, like the dude in Houston, not Houston, Washington, Thomas Bryant, right? Is there really a big difference between Capela and Thomas Bryant?
Yes, yes.
Not. I mean, Bryant, Capela get more
Nah,
minutes, but if you actually watch Thomas Bryant,
nah,
there's
you
really
no,
not a big
no,
difference.
no. The only thing Thomas Bryant does is yell and scream more. He looks more entertaining. That no, we not
I
gonna
think
compel it like that.
I think this. Well, first of all, I've been a Gobert fan for a while. I mean, you saw the stat line tonight, but I'm not gonna now. If you compare Capella to other centers in the league, I think that a few of them will have the edge over Capella, and a few of them won't. But I think Capella's game is so simple that it's going to be easy to find players that can do a better job on cheaper deals. Like
That's not true.
I think.
That's,
Well, I mean,
that's
I think it's a pretty easy assessment tonight. Sengun came off the bench and played better than Clint Capella. I mean, it was active on both ends. Then if you
he played better offensively. He can play
you're
better
on mute,
defense.
Rashad.
I want you to know the key word that you said came off the bench.
Off the bench.
Why did he not start over Fernando?
Thank you.
Well,
So you can't use that.
Why did he not start over? See, like I understand what like most like I understand what you're looking at. You're looking at players that have skill sets that can put the ball in the hoop and things like that. But it's so much more to like winning basketball. And like you need size, you need physicality, and more importantly, you need someone who can protect the rim and control the glass.
Eventually, somebody got to do the dirty work.
And it's not 5 centers in the league, in my opinion, that do that better than Clint. That can protect the rim and control the glass. There's not 5 centers in the league better than him. At those two things.
Let me ask you this: do you think Rudy Gobert is better than Clint Capella?
Yes.
Yeah, he better than Clint.
So,
but Onyeka had more rebounds than Capella.
Now, come on, man. Let's not. Come on, man.
He had more rebounds than Capella.
For tonight, he had more rebounds.
All right. Put on. But how many points did Onyeka give up to that? Well, however you say his name.
How many?
Shangoon had how many points did Shangoon have? Let me see.
Shangoon,
15?
but no, wait a minute, because not all his points were on. There was a lot of switches out there. Why do you think he was out there wide open on 3?
We gave up 15 offensive rebounds.
Without, I mean,
and Nate was upset about it. He talked about it in his conference. Guess who? A lot of those were on. Onyeka. That's what he does. He has not figured out how to position himself he has not figured out how to position himself and finish out defensive possessions. That is why he's not a starting center in this league.
Well, I think even when you look at the matchup that we're going to have on Friday, whoever starts at center, whether it's Mo Bamba, Wendell Carter Jr., those guys are going to. Now, I'm not going to say dominate Capella, but both of those guys are going to take advantage of him because both of them can shoot it from the perimeter. Both of them are going to be both of them are able to rim protect, and both
y'all
of them
give
can
too
rebound.
much rent. Just because somebody can flick their wrist, don't mean they can shoot the ball to make their team win a game.
Look at Mo Bamba's field goal percentage, 3-point percentage. Look at Wendell Carter, field goal percentage and 3-point percentage. It is a lot
Yeah,
better.
and
It's better.
they win 20 games a year. What does
Thank
it?
you.
How
Thank
does
you.
it
Look at
impact
that
the
winning
game?
percentage. Look at that winning percentage.
They
That,
win
Hey, hey,
20
hey,
games a year.
but
hey,
no,
y'all
you,
wildin', man. Hey,
you
let's get to
can't
the
do
player
that.
ratings. Let's get to the player
Let's
ratings,
get to the
man.
player rating.
You can't say that shooting is the reason why teams are winning, and then
Let's get
say
to the
that.
player ratings, guys. We're gonna start with okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Damn, we had 6 DMPs tonight. Sucks for them. First player we got Justin Holiday. Player ratings 1 through 10, not letter grades. 1 through 10. Check it out. Justin Holiday, 18 minutes. He was 1 for 5 from the field, 1 for 4 from 3. He finished with 3 points, 1 block, 1 steal, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. What y'all giving Justin Holiday for tonight performance? Start with analysts.
Uh, Justin, I'm I'm gonna give Justin a 5. Because again, I'm big on him on the defensive end. But other than that, I mean, on offense, he's he's really not there. But only reason I'm giving him the 5 is because I like his effort, and it's even more than effort. I like him on defense. I think he plays really well on defense. So 5. I think something happened with mine. So one of y'all can go next, I guess.
Yeah, I go. Well, I'm gonna give everybody. I'm just gonna tell you, we held the team under 110 points, so I'm giving everybody 1 to 2 extra points because of that. So I would give. I'm kind of with you. I thought he did his job, nothing more, nothing less, analyst. So that would be a 5. But we held the team under 110, so I'm gonna give him a 7. He did hit a big corner 3 at the end of the game when it was tight when they put Trae back in. I believe that was him. Oh, was that Hunter?
That was Hunter.
Yeah, what?
I
He
think
did
that
hit
was
a big
was,
one from the top of the key, though.
He did. Yeah,
that
he
was
hit a big
Hunter.
3 at some point. But
Top of the key.
okay, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna give him a 7.
Okay, I'll give him a 6. What you got, Matt?
I'll give him a 6.
6.
I like this defensive energy, but he got to hit some of them wide open shots. I mean, got to.
Yeah.
Okay, next player we got Onyeka Okongwu, 21 minutes, 6 for 8 from the field. He finished the game with 13 points. Let's see, 9 rebounds. He was a +8 in plus minus. What you got on that, Matt?
Onyeka got a 9. I thought he played really well. I mean, defensively, he could have done a little bit better boxing out, but overall, I mean, he was switching. He altered shots. I thought offensively he rebounded. So he may not rebound super great defensively, but offensively he's a very good rebounder. I thought he made some good passes. Some things that people don't look at. His passing, especially from the top of the key, is really good on some back cuts that Holiday had. Just overall, I thought you could really feel Onyeka's impact. So a 9.
What you got on them, Rashad?
So I was gonna give him a 6, but I'm gonna give him an 8 because I'm looking at his stats right now. He actually had 8 defensive rebounds, which is great for him. I still feel like he got taken advantage of, particularly down the stretch. Nate went to when he was going back to his starters. You saw like it was. I think when they brought it within 3. They gave up 2 offensive rebounds, and Onyeka was in there. His first half he was under control, and I felt like he did a really good job. The second half, when I saw him, he came in, he started doing that wild shit, and and he got that foul where he tried to jump over old boy's back. He did it twice. He only got called for it once. But with that said, I'm still gonna give him an 8 because I mean, his stats were great, and he did his job, and he probably did a little more than it. You know,
All right.
so
Hey,
I
what you
give
got
him.
on Onyeka tonight, there, analyst?
Well, I'll match Rashad. I'll give him an 8. I was gonna give him a 7, but just looking at his stats kind of replay some things in my mind. The reason why he's not like getting a 10 is because I thought that, you know, like I said, he got taken advantage of there. I mean, it was night and day with Sangoon. It's not like Sangoon is an experienced you know, player in this league, so you know it was kind of rookie on rookie. But you know, I'll say this: I thought he was solid though. Looking at 6 for 8, you know, from a big man, you know, that's really good. And then he didn't do too bad from the free throw line, and then 13 and 9, you know, that's solid for off the bench. And then like Matt said, you kind of feel his presence there. You know, especially when he was flying down the lane. So I'll give him an 8 tonight.
What you got on him tonight, Gerald? Onyeka.
Man, I give him a 7. I give him a 7. Offensively, feel like he did some good stuff. Defensively, I mean, he got the rebounds, but I feel like I just feel like you shouldn't let a guy that's named after a musical take advantage of you. Like, come on, man. Especially when he got advocates like Matt.
That's right.
Analysts,
That's right. That's right.
like,
I am a big advocate.
but
of that.
and ain't nothing wrong with that.
You talking
Huh?
about 2 possessions out
Well,
the whole game?
I'm gonna give Onyeka a 7 tonight, man. I think he played.
Oh, he froze up.
So Gerald, you dropping his points because of two defensive possessions?
Say again?
You dropping Onyeka because of 2 defensive possessions?
It's not because of it was 2 defensive possessions. It was because the 2 possessions was against a nobody.
Shango can play a little bit.
Sangoon is nice.
I mean,
watched him in summer league his rookie
bruh,
year.
bruh, ain't nobody
know.
know about Shin Yoon until tonight.
Hey, Gerald, wait a minute now.
I watched him in the summer league 2 years ago. He got game.
Gerald,
Yeah,
he was a first round pick.
Wait a minute.
He got game, man, but he not. I mean,
he ain't like
Olajuwon down there.
But I mean, you know, it's kind of
gonna
some
say
he hit one spin move.
against
Y'all act like he Olajuwon out there backing him down, hitting hook shot. He hit one spin move.
Bruh, he made him look like it.
Yeah, but to be fair, I've seen him do that to at least someone else. Not everyone.
Bruh, I mean, he in the NBA. So he in the NBA, so he got some kind of game. I'm just saying, bro. Like bruh, if he got kids, he gonna go home. Daddy, who Shin Yoon? And why he do you like that? I thought that was a musical.
But there was a lot of possessions. But there was a couple possessions where Capela didn't match up well against Bruno Fernando. I mean, we gotta be fair here. We gotta be fair.
Hey, I knew about Bruno Fernando before I knew about Shin Yoon.
Yeah. No. Wait a minute.
I don't know if Sangoon was a lottery pick. I know he was around a lottery. He was like 16 or 17. He was a top 20 pick.
Okongwu made him look like a top 5 pick.
Yeah. Okongwu's size is a problem.
Like he brings great energy at all jokes aside. He brings great energy, but now that he's getting a lot more reps under his belt, a lot of NBA teams are able to scout him now.
Yeah.
And they know how to take advantage of him when he's on the floor. So now it's up to him to kind of make the adjustment. Now, I ain't throwing shade, but he said in his exit interview, I'm going to come back with a jump shot. I ain't seen one attempt yet. I'm just saying. Have y'all?
He shot one from the free throw line.
I see
the
some
preseason.
practice clips.
A free throw.
Practice.
No, he shot one.
That man said he was coming back with a jump shot. If he can at least get the like the Udonis Haslam corner shot, that's all I. If he can just give me that, I'll be satisfied.
I think they gotta improve the spacing though to allow him to take that shot too. So
I think he just need. To me, I just think he's a power forward. Like that's
what I think.
I think he's a power forward. I think he's a big. He's not a wing, but he's a power forward. And
he don't shoot well enough to be a wing.
Yeah,
he's not big enough to be a 5.
Yeah, and so I think you just have to lean into it. Like if you do in my opinion, I think if you do the Dennis Rodman thing, to where you just bring him off the bench and just have him run reckless, and not when he was with Chicago or San Antonio. Y'all don't remember that. Y'all too young for that.
When he was with Detroit.
Yeah, but when he was with Detroit, and he would come off the bench, and he was just a ball of energy. He would, dive in the crowd for loose balls, and he was everywhere. He would pick fights, and I think Okongwu, to me, if I'm Nate McMillan, that's the role I give him. He's our 6th man. He comes in and he wreaks havoc on the defensive end because he's not a starting center.
Yes, he is. Matter of fact,
no, the hell he ain't.
He is a starting center. And matter of fact, I wouldn't be shocked if they trade Capela at the deadline. Like he's not only.
If they trade Capela at the deadline, then Jalen Johnson going to the 5.
I mean, but are y'all talking? Y'all are basing the fact that y'all don't think he's a center solely based on his height?
I feel like the reason why I feel like Horford didn't get the most out of his career in Atlanta because they tried to force him to be a 5 when he would have been a dominant 4. Like everybody knows Al Horford was a 4. I feel like we trying to do that to a lesser degree to Okongwu.
Well, look, here's the thing. Here's the difference, though, right? Horford is legitimate 6'10". Horford is a legitimate 6'10" who came in the league with real bigs. Okongwu is 6'6". Okongwu is no bigger than 6'8".
Yeah. DeAndre Hunter bigger than
is taller than him.
He's bigger. I don't know if he's taller.
No, he's bigger than Okongwu.
Taller than him. He cannot match up with these guys in the paint. Like he can't. Not for 30 plus minutes. Now, let's say a stretch of possessions, yes. But when he goes up against a Giannis for 30 minutes, Embiid,
Jokic.
He's done, but those who he's done well against Jokic. He's done well against Embiid. He's done well against Shaq.
But that's in limited time. Like if he got to guard him for 30 minutes, they're gonna figure him out.
We haven't seen that. That's speculative.
Matt, think about this. How do you think he would do a full game matched up against Giannis?
Or AD or somebody like that.
Match up against Sen Young.
But y'all talking about two defensive possessions. 2 out of a whole. How many minutes he played? 20 minutes.
So
Clinton is
two different possessions.
All right, let's put it like. Go ahead, Matt.
No, I'm just saying we're basing this whole opinion off of 2 defensive possessions when Şengün made a good move. I mean, that's not giving credit to the other player. He made a good move.
But how many times could Embiid do that?
But I'm saying I've seen Onyeka guard Embiid and do very well. I've seen him guard Cat do very well. Giannis do very well. I mean, yes, Onyeka has to get stronger, but this is his third year in the league. So he's going to get stronger over time, but to me,
he ain't going to get taller.
Wait a minute. let's use the same philosophy here, all right? So the same way Capela didn't step up on Bruno Fernando, how many times is Joel Embiid gonna make that mid-range jumper at the free throw line over Clint Capela? How many times is Jokic gonna do that? How many times is Anthony Davis? No, it's not different. It's gonna be the same thing.
I got the rebuttal. Now that is a good point. However, Clint Capela's role, if he's shooting a mid-range jumper, that got nothing to do with being in the paint, like at the rim.
It is different.
If he's shooting that all day, then I mean I give it to him. I just don't want him doing that dream shake, pump fake with the up and under with the layup or dunk with an and one. But
it's called strategy.
The main thing is this, and I watched the Redeem Team documentary or whatnot, and one of the players said, "When's the last time a championship team had an offensive-minded center?"
Wow.
I'll wait.
But that's what offensive-minded centers have we had?
What, Lakers in the 80s? Because Hakeem, you can say Hakeem was the
He was both.
Yeah, Hakeem was the best defender in the NBA when he was also the best player in the NBA. So yeah, it's been what since Kareem, like 78.
Every in our generation, pretty much, if you look at the best centers, pretty much anybody after Shaq and Tim Duncan, after Shaq and Tim Duncan, give me a dominant offensive-minded center that's won a championship.
But
outside of Shaq, there is none.
But all those centers are defensive anchors. Dwight Howard, defensive anchor.
Dwight Howard was a defensive-minded center, but his athleticism got him his points.
But I'm saying offensively, he had no skill.
So you whoa. Matt, did you just say Clint is not a defensive anchor?
No, he's not. He's
Nah, he's not to the level. He's not to the level of the guys that we just named. That's correct. But outside of Embiid, Giannis, Gobert,
you got
who else?
If Clint ain't a defensive anchor, who is?
I didn't say Clint wasn't a defensive anchor. What I'm saying is every center from Shaq forward till now mostly has been defensive minded. So you talk about name a talented offensive center that the one there hasn't really been any in the NBA.
That's my point.
Clint wasn't a defensive anchor because
I got you. What I'm saying is that we talk about, like Damon talks about how Capela need a jump shot or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, Draymond the 5, he damn sure ain't got no jump shot.
Draymond has a way bigger defensive impact than Capela. He can switch. He has a way bigger defensive impact than Capela.
Overall, yeah, I'll give it to you, but he also has a point guard that tries to play defense. He don't have up until this year. He don't have to cover nobody.
That was a low blow, Gerald.
I'm just saying.
That was a low blow.
When the one and the two can't, you got to cover for the one and the two. So now it's like it's gonna make you look worse.
I thought Trae had some good defensive moments tonight. Yes.
No, I'm saying up until now. I'm really speaking of with him and Kevin Huerter in that whole era. But what I'm saying is,
he tried to channel it a little bit.
What I'm saying is that we don't need a Kongu to be an offensive guy in order for us to win championships. That's all I'm.
And I just think a lot of Hawks fans, and I think Rashard is included in this group, whether he wants to admit it or not. I think because that the we don't really have a lot of great defenders on our team. even a slightly above average defender like Capela looks like a great defender, when in actuality he's not. He's just a way above
Nah,
average
that's
compared
not
to the
true.
rest of the players that
That's
we have
not
on
true.
the team.
That's not okay.
Capella's a borderline all NBA defender.
Yes,
What Capela
I said
looking at?
perennial.
borderline.
No. I would even change that. He is a to me. Capella is an All NBA defender. He's not a perennial All NBA defender, but
Okay, I agree with that.
on any given year, Clint Capela is one of the 3 best centers defensively.
I just
On any given year, he's one of the 3
in
best
his
centers
career,
defensively.
in his career, Clint Capela. Now I'm just gonna pull this stat. Now listen. I'm not saying Clint is not good on defense. I'm not saying that.
yeah, he is.
But-
He's above
But
average.
I think he is good on defense. What I'm saying is that I'm not gonna call him. I'm not gonna call him this. I don't agree that he's a all defensive big, because the bigs that you look at are consistently averaging at least north of 2.5 block shots a game. And Clint Capela averaged 1.5 in his
Name 'em.
career.
Name him.
1.5.
Name him.
Well, look at you got the same. We got Rudy Gobert, who, in my opinion, I heard some of y'all said Rudy Gobert. I think I was Demond said it. Now, here's the thing. I think that if Capela is not going to do anything like get a hook shot on offense or anything like that, he's got to be that all defensive player. And
Yeah.
What was he tonight?
Above a little bit above average.
Really.
A little bit above average against a team without a really great center.
8 rebounds and what? 2. Let me see. 8 rebounds.
His impact was big, man.
Bruh, I'm telling you.
He altered so many shots.
His impact was big because Onyeka was struggling getting some offensive board. That's the only reason. Listen, I'm gonna use this.
I don't care what the only reason is. I care about what is.
Okay. How many blocks did Clint have tonight?
2.
Thank you.
How many shots did he alter?
What did you say? Top rim protectors do?
I said
Average 2 or more blocks.
I said 2.5, but
Two or more blocks. He had 2 blocks.
This is one game he had.
And how many shots did he alter?
One game he had 2 blocks. He got bamboozled by Jared Allen. Bamboozled. I mean, Jared Allen completely destroyed Clint Capela.
When?
In the preseason. You didn't watch the game.
He didn't even play.
Come on, man.
Oh, no, he did play that game. He did play. Jared Allen is special, man. I watched that game. I was like, damn, man. I did not realize Jared Allen was like. Jared Allen may be the best rim protector in the rim in the league. He blocked so many shots. He blocked so many shots.
He blocked 6 shots.
He blocked so many shots. I was like,
I'm getting nauseous talking about Capela. Okay, y'all want to move on to the rest of the players?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go to Collins.
Oh yeah, I like it.
Go to who?
Collins.
Who want to start off?
Go ahead, Gerald.
Bruh, he get 10 from me. I mean, I think everybody watched the game. He was aggressive. You know, he got 12 attempts. I feel like all 12 attempts were quality shots. I feel like he got the ball in his spots every single time he was on the floor. And I think last season, Matt talked about that a lot. But I think what we saw today, he had defined spots on the floor where he could, go to work. So, and 9 for 12, you can't argue with that. So, he get a 10 from me.
It's cool. I'll go next. I'm gonna give him a 10. This is probably the most meaningful game I've seen Collins perform in. Let's say, well, not meaningful. Let me say, as far as with my eye on him, many of y'all remember, I made a bargain with a lot of people on the chat was saying that Collins doesn't fit on this team and that he would not get the shots that he needs to be effective. But right now, I look like I'm wrong, so I give him a 10. I love so far wrong. The way the ball moved. I don't know if it's like Trae's getting smarter or DeJounte Murray rubbing off, but like the way that they were able to get through their options. Like last year, it was Trae at the top of the key, dribble, make something happen, and it was just kick out. Today, which one of the lighting thing, which one of the things that I saw that was enlightened was he was able to pass it out. You know, maybe if it was some pistol action coming from the corner, you know, you can get Hunter into action. He was getting the mismatches, and I think that Trae and DeJounte early recognized that Collins had the mismatch, and they was able to take advantage of it. And so I give him a 10, man. I want more from him on the defensive end, but I don't want to rain on his parade. You got the 10.
I'll give him a 10. I did notice defensively he had some missed assignments, and he rotated kind of late. He left. They missed, actually, they don't really have a good point guard, but they missed some easy back cuts and some easy opportunities at the rim Houston did, and he was out of position. John Collins was. But, I mean, he was assertive. He didn't overshoot it like somebody else I'm going to get to later. But I thought he moved the ball well. I thought he shot it within the flow of the game. He didn't try to overdo it. And I'm like, this is the Collins that I've been asking for 2 years. Well, I know he could do it, but for them to recognize it and get him the ball, you know. So I thought that was very good to see that they saw he had it going, and Murray in particular emphasized Collins and said, all right, I'm going to get you the ball in your spots. Now that you can seal off, right, Gerald? Now that you can seal off and get the ball, turn around and score efficiently. So he was a 10.
And real quick, to piggyback off you, Matt, I really like how now with Murray there, you don't necessarily have to have the best chemistry with Trae to be effective now, because we got two guys that can control the offense. So you just need to have chemistry with one of them,
Right.
and you'll get your touches in your spots. Who next?
That's endless.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go. You know, I think it's a clear 10 tonight. You know, I do agree with the defensive. You know, there was a lot of missed assignments, but you know, listen, I think he was too good on offense. He was too efficient, and he just showed so much optionality. Before, last year was John Collins could either a spot up shot or a lob. And now he just gave us now he showed us he can put the ball on the floor. Now he can actually do something with the ball with his back to the basket. So we see that now, and I just thought he gave us a lot of optionality on the wing. I don't know if I don't remember seeing. I don't know if he caught a lob tonight, and that was
He did.
and that was showing something.
He did.
Yeah,
There were no alleys tonight.
Yeah, so
He only shot 2 threes too. So
yeah, and so to me that just showed. Now, you know, I just think that just showed who he can really be, and to me, I think that if John, you know, is he gonna play this perfect every game? I don't think so, but I think if he can give us close to this every night, and Hunter can give us close to what he gave us, and obviously Trae and DeJounte will shoot better. I think this team is gonna just have so many options that it's not gonna even be funny. How many options the team will have.
Everybody went.
yeah.
All right, Matt, who you want to do next?
Hunter.
Do what?
All right. You want to go? Or you want me to go?
I go.
Go ahead.
I go.
Go ahead, Rashad.
I wish Lou was here because Lou been tooting Hunter's horn for a long time.
To waste a roster spot.
Like, hey, no, Hunter had a. I give Hunter a. I'm gonna give Hunter an 8. I thought he had a great game.
The hell?
My ceiling for Hunter, like,
Oh Lord, here we go.
my
Kawhi Leonard.
ceiling for Hunter
That's what you get for that Kawhi Leonard.
is he needs to be in the discussion for one of the best players on our team because he's obviously the best defensive player. You know, I don't think it is it is a debate around that now. Murray is different defensively, so I think there's a debate around that. But prior to Murray's coming, I think he was clearly our best defensive player. The fact that he's able to be consistent offensively, I think says a lot. However, you know, 1 of 3. I think he was 1 of 3 from 3, which I'm okay with. But 1 of 3 from 3 and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. You got to get to the free throw line more if you want to be an impactful player. If you want to be like an elite impactful player, I need him to get at least 6 free throws. At least let's say five or better. I think I can live with, but 1 or 2, like that means you're not aggressive enough, or either you're not aggressive enough, or you're not attacking the right way. So 15 shots, 10 to 15 is great. So I give him an 8. He always takes our best perimeter play. He always guards the best perimeter player. But I do need I need more free throws, or I need him to shoot better from the 3-point line. Go ahead, Anna.
Okay. 8, I'm not giving him an 8. I mean,
But it's too high?
No. It's too low in my opinion.
Okay.
10 for 15 from the field is really, really efficient for a small forward.
Yeah.
You know, granted, I forget who was guarding him, but
Because no one was.
I mean, now I do agree with you on this. You know, I thought you were about to say my ceiling on DeAndre Hunter is Kawhi Leonard. I was about to say, yeah, that's what you get.
That's psychic. You read my mind because it is actually.
Well, my whole thing with Hunter is I know right now Collins right now is the number 3 option, but in my mind, I want Hunter to play like the number 3 option. We know some games he may play better than Trae or Johnson, but I know he's not better than them. But I want him to play like the number 3 option, so that way, now it's like, oh man, Hunter is someone you have to be concerned about, and I thought he was that. Like I said, if Hunter can give us this production every night, that first of all, that contract was worth it. But I think that it's just, for me, it's all about, does the team have optionality? And that's why the team last year really didn't do much, especially in the playoffs, because they had no optionality. It was Trae, and then Bogey had a couple hot streaks. So now you got hurt too. Right. So now you got Trae, DeJounte. Now you're looking to Hunter can put up 20, John can put up. So that's where I'm kind of looking at the option. I think if Hunter can give us close to this every single night, I think this is good. But I do agree with you on I do expect a little bit more from him. I want him to be that number 3 option. I want him to show that number 3 production. So, but for tonight, I'm gonna give him a 9.
Hey, let me ask a question real quick before y'all go.
Mm-hmm.
Analyst, for us to be a championship team, how good does Hunter have to be?
As far as stats, or where he is in
as far as like impact, like where would we rank him? Top 20 player, top 10 player, top 50 player?
Who?
I'll say top 30, top
Top 30
35,
player?
Yeah.
Okay.
top 30.
I'll go a little lower. I'll say top 35.
Yeah,
Okay.
35. Yeah, because I think
Okay.
that'll give
Yeah.
us 4 guys in the top 40.
Yeah. So okay.
I
Yeah.
think he, like
Top 35.
my opinion, he got to be top 10 for us to win the championship.
His position or
No, I think he has to be a top 10 player for us
Top 10 player.
overall?
In the NBA?
in the NBA. Like that's me.
Wait,
I
he's not gonna win a
still think he
championship.
can. I actually think he can, but that's me, man. It's
I can
crazy.
name. I can name Steph,
Alright.
Clay, Katie. I mean,
Yeah, but I'm not. I don't think we're a championship team now. I think we're getting better. But I think our end goal, in my mind, our end goal is Hunter being a top 10 player and us being a championship team.
well, we got a lot of work to do.
I don't know. I'm not.
So there-
I'm not really
alright,
there.
We a long way away.
Hey.
I like Hunter, but we got a long way to go for that
Yeah.
because I tell you what.
Hey, Gerald, Trey will be disappointed based on his pregame comments then. He's talking about championship.
Yeah.
I would give Hunter a 9. Only because I want him to rebound the ball more. He only had 3 rebounds, and
If he
so
can get right around 5, 6, I think we'll be
yeah,
good.
I want him to get more rebounds. What I did like about Hunter's game was he didn't score all them points in a flurry. Like he didn't have a good stretch or a good quarter. He kind of, did something impactful every quarter. And so to me, that's been his problem is consistency. But we all know he got the talent. It's just being more consistent, being everyday, 4-quarter player. So I defensively, I thought he was fine. I think Green got around him a couple of times, but he got around Murray too. So he's a good player. But I just want to see Hunter rebound the ball more, and I want to see him, especially they play him and Young at the end of the first quarter. I want to see Hunter be more aggressive, because even more aggressive than what he was. He probably could have had 30, if he would have told Trae, "Hey, dude, this ain't the talent show. Like, you got to give me the ball." So,
Trey was bugging, man.
Some of them shots,
that's for later.
But yeah, that's for later. But overall, I gave Hunter a 9. I thought he was money.
It's on me?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. If I gave John a 10 and he could improve on the defensive end, it don't make sense for me to nitpick on Hunter either. So he get a 10 from me. I feel like he was assertive throughout the game. I feel like every time he shot that mid-range jumper, it felt like it was almost automatic.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like what he did tonight was what we wanted Kevin Herter to do when he was here.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a nice sight to see. I feel like on the perimeter, defensive wise, he was very good. Especially, I think when they it was one of those shots where was it Kevin Porter Jr. or was it Jalen Green that got the and one in the first quarter, where Hunter had contested it.
I think it
was Green. It was Green.
Yeah, that was just a good shot. But if he plays defense like that the whole game, I live with that.
Mm-hmm.
So, he get a 10 from me.
Okay.
Next is who actually played.
You go to Clint.
Clint. Okay, yeah. Let's do Clint. Let's get this out the way.
Let's get this out the way. Let's go.
I'm gonna get real hate after this.
Go ahead. Well, I know you probably going to defend him.
I go first. Mine's will be quick.
Okay, go ahead.
Mine's will be quick. I'm giving Clint a 7. 5 for the job, 2 for the win. I felt like he contested a lot of shots at the paint. It was a clear difference in that fourth quarter with him in the game versus Okongwu. So, I'm giving him a 7. Let's go. That's it.
All right, let me go get mine out the way. I'm gonna give him a 6. Reason why I'm gonna give him a 6 is because I feel like he did great on the defensive end. Offensively, he really, that ain't what we ask him to do. But that damn air ball from 3 feet out, if y'all get,
He missed the whole rim. He missed the whole rim. He missed the whole
Man,
rim.
oh, man. Fernando blocked him before that, though, man.
No,
he was
if y'all could hear what everybody was saying in the suite about him, they called him they call him everything but a child of God. Oh my God.
Yeah.
He lost a point. I was gonna give him a 7, but then when he did that, I said, I'm thinking about the player ratings as I'm watching the game. I'm like, look. I said, I made a promise to myself and the Lord. Whatever I was gonna give him, he losing a point for that. Because the whole crowd, the whole crowd. When somebody misses a shot, they say, "Oh." That's how it sound, It wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. It was like, what? Yeah, he gets 6 from me,
Oh gosh. I have a 3 written down. Yeah, I'm not gonna go above a 3. To me, he did like. I'm not gonna go above a 3. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
A 3?
A 3. Y'all have to understand. We can, for what we're paying him, we could get 3 other dudes to do what he does.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give y'all the benefit of that about contesting shots or altering shots. That's cool. And I get a player like Capela, everything is not going to be tangible. Everything is not going to be, it's not going to be reflective in the stat sheet, but still, he doesn't, it's a lot of errors that he makes because he's just limited as a player that, is going to hurt the team long-term if they continue to, force him to play big minutes. I like the even split with him and Onyeka more.
He got the same offensive deficiencies as Draymond Green, bro.
But
and
Draymond felt all. He switches. He's felt all over. He can switch on guards. He can switch on
3.
And Draymond can do that because all 5 of Golden State players attempt to play defense. Draymond don't have to take up for nobody's slack.
Hey, hold on. Hey, okay. Where does Clint rank as centers for salary?
I'm going to say.
That's a good question.
I haven't pulled it up. Let me see here.
I just did.
Okay.
Take a guess.
I'm gonna say 5.
Nope.
So since Rashad actually pulled it up and
okay, go ahead.
He's on to question it. I'm gonna assume he's in the mid area. So I'm gonna say
I've known this, by the way.
I'm gonna I'm gonna say 11.
He's higher than 11.
Well, 8? I mean that's already we're in bad territory here.
Clint is 10.
That's
as far as centers. Let me read. I'm gonna read to you centers that are paid more than him.
Okay.
Jared Allen.
Better.
Vucevic.
Better.
Horford. Ayton. Jokic.
Better.
Embiid. Anthony Towns. Davis. And Gobert.
They're all better than him. Who's behind him? That's why I'm more interested.
Exactly. So when you no, this is my point. So when you say we can find a center that does what he does cheaper.
Yeah. So pick up.
I don't see what you mean.
Name the next.
Name the next 5. Name the next 5.
Okay, this is a bad example. I'm already shooting myself in the foot. But number 11, who pretty much makes the same, Miles Turner at 18. Clint makes $200,000 more than him.
Clint better than Miles Turner.
Yeah, I
What?
think so too.
What?
But I think it's a toss up.
Jared, what you had to drink?
I think
over
so
there
too,
at the
but I
arena?
think it's a toss up.
Bruh,
You got
just-
Miles
bruh.
Turner. But look,
Bro,
then
just
you got,
because he attempt threes don't make him better.
He doesn't
You
just
got
attempt
Miles
him. He
Turner.
makes him, and he's a better. Oh,
He
man.
don't.
like the way he blocks.
If he made them, he'd have more than one playoff appearance.
you know what?
Why you keep equating team success?
This
with
was a
individual-
bad.
Keep going.
I did because I'm gonna
Keep
read
going,
y'all.
Sean.
I'm gonna read y'all the 10 under him.
All right.
This is terrible. Miles Turner, Steven Adams, Mitchell Robinson, Nurkic,
Mitchell Robinson's a better rim protector than
Valanciunas,
Capela.
Carter,
Mitchell
Lopez,
Robinson ain't better.
Hose, Powell, and Williams.
You only named
None of
probably
them.
3 guys that I wouldn't take over Capella. Maybe 3.
Yeah,
Y'all,
you know what?
man,
You know
y'all
what?
tripping.
I ain't
Y'all
gonna lie
tripping.
to you.
I wouldn't take Lopez. I wouldn't take
I'm
Lopez
switching.
over
I'm
him.
switching teams. I'm switching teams.
All-
Fuck.
Bro, I'm not. Y'all
I
tripping.
looked at the camera like, hey, you gotta tighten up. Like,
No,
nah, man.
I ain't switching.
I ain't gonna lie to you. It's about 5 of those players under him that I would take over him.
So Mitchell
The only-
Robinson averaged 2 blocks. 2 blocks. Okay. Very
And
good.
how many games?
I'm looking at his career stats.
Probably.
I'm looking at overall
58,
over the board. Same thing I did with
66.
Clint.
He don't play as many
Boy,
games as Capella. I'll give you that, but he has a greater impact than Capella for sure.
No, that's not. If that's the case, then New York would be in the playoffs more.
It's 4 players that's behind him in pay that I would take over him.
But
You
why,
only have-
Gerald, why are you keep comparing team success with individual success?
Because it means
You're saying no because you use the reason why because you use the word impact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all those
So
Mitchell-
so when you say impact, does he impact winning?
he does. When Mitchell Robinson is healthy, the Knicks are a very good defensive team.
So he
But he's never healthy.
so he impacts 30. He impacts 30 wins.
I think you play more
No,
than
you
that,
can't
but-
say that because
Bruh.
where did the
Bruh, hold on.
Where
Hold on.
did the Knicks rank?
Impact.
Where did the Knicks rank in defense the past 2 years? And tell me who
Well, they were at the bottom of the league
Yeah,
last year.
but it wasn't because of Mr. Robinson. He wasn't even there.
Yeah, he didn't play.
But they
Well, that's
sucked
The
because
year
Last
they
year
made the playoffs, Nerlens Noel.
Noel was the one that was.
He was
Yeah.
the primary center.
No, but remember, Mitchell Robinson turned his ankle. That's the only reason he wasn't there in that Knicks series. But they
Okay,
talked
he
about
didn't
that.
play. He didn't
I don't
play.
care why he ain't played.
But they lost because he didn't play.
But we the one that anyway.
I mean, yeah, but I'm just saying he's a very impactful center. I would put Mitchell Robinson in the top 10.
He's critical for the Knicks to be successful, but he doesn't put them over the hump.
No, but he
Or
makes
anything like-
he makes them defensively. He makes them competitive. Without him,
Let's
last
be
year,
let's be
don't
real.
think so.
RJ Barrett is really the barometer for the Knicks. It ain't Mitchell Robinson.
I'm talking about. I'm just talking about.
Mitchell Robinson hasn't developed enough. He had a good game tonight, though.
So okay, so I would take you mentioned Grant Williams, right?
No, not Grant. Robert Williams.
I like Robert Williams.
Yeah, way.
I mean, yeah, not I meant that's what I meant to say for Boston, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, he don't be healthy either.
Yeah, he out.
If he was healthy, if he was healthy, I think that's the best person you named.
Yeah. Plus, you
That-
also
that
gotta
might be the
realize
whole-
he's still on a rookie contract.
So y'all don't like
Yeah.
Jonas Valanciunas?
I would
He's
take
way better than
Valanciunas.
Capela.
So these are mine. I would take Steven Adams, Valanciunas,
Wow.
Brook Lopez, and Robert Williams over him. Those are my 4. Robert
I
Williams
like
on a
Brook
rookie
Lopez.
contract.
I would only take Robert Williams, maybe Jonas.
Valanciunas. Yeah.
He plays for New Orleans, right?
Yeah, right now, yeah.
But see, the thing with the reason, hold on, I take that back because I believe that Jonas has a big impact because he plays with other 7-footers.
Well, he plays with
On
those
that team.
7-footers.
Matter of
because he can
fact,
stretch
speaking
the
of the
floor.
Pelicans, I would take Jackson Hayes over Capela.
What? Come on, man.
You tripping now, bro. You tripping now. You trolling. Hey, who next, bro? Hey, who? Did everybody go with Capela? Because we got 45 minutes.
Let's
Lord,
go,
have
man.
mercy.
Go ahead.
You know what?
So,
Analyst, go ahead.
So I was gonna say this before we got into that, Matt. I think you took the number right off my paper. I also had a 3 written down for Capela tonight.
Thank you.
I mean,
I gotta go to work in the morning, man.
Thank you.
I ain't signed up for this.
Y'all wild, bro.
I ain't signed up for this, man.
Y'all wild.
So Clint.
On the win, we held them to 107 points.
He
barely
barely had anything to do with
I
that.
can't wait to see what y'all give Trae. Y'all gave him a 3.
Well, I mean, Trae Young had more steals than Capela than
Bro.
But
he also had how many assists? 15? 14?
Trae
had 14 assists.
Let's do Trae now.
Hey,
Let's do Trae now.
all right, because Clint obviously a lost cause.
Hold on. Let's do Jalen Johnson first before we do Trae.
Shit, he worked. Hell, he's a negative.
Oh yeah, by the way,
Matter of fact, let me go first. Let me go first for real.
Clint Capela
And
had a negative plus minus against Bruno Fernando. I just say that.
All right, let's.
Bruno
That's
had
it.
negative plus minus against him too. I don't understand that.
No.
Yeah, it's about who you're on. It's about who you on the floor with.
Yeah.
But anyway, we will JJ. We get a lot of talks about, we need to get JJ in, but every time I see JJ on the floor, it looks like he's just not ready yet. When he's on the floor in a meaningful situation, it seems like he's not ready yet. I'm not saying he ain't never gonna be ready, but the light bulb hasn't went off in a real in-game situation where the game actually counts. So he looks almost like, not necessarily deer in the headlights. He don't look that bad. He just looks like he's scared to assert himself.
Okay. I agree with you.
I give him a 1 only because we won.
1. Okay. Analyst.
I feel so bad for the kid because I really do. Because
I know what it had nothing about no sympathy. As many of y'all.
Wait. Did you give him a 1?
Yeah, that's
Did you say 1?
No, that's what
I gave him 1.
So
that's only because we won.
So wait a minute. So let me say this. I blame half of it on Nate McMillan for last year because he got no minutes last year, and this is essentially like his rookie year. So I'll say this: he wasn't great. I even texted Matt. I said I'm not liking what I'm seeing from Jalen Johnson, but this is even gonna sound harsh, but I'm gonna give it to him. I'm gonna give him a 6.
Okay.
Gerald's face.
He didn't even have 6 positive possessions.
But I know, but I'm not going based off of that because he didn't get any touches. He didn't get any touches. I'm going based off of.
Yeah, he did.
I know he did. No, he did. I'm just going based off of. We could have played Frank Kaminsky. I say that. I mean,
thank you.
We should have played Frank.
Wow.
Frank the Tank.
Wow. And I was really looking forward to seeing Jalen Johnson because I like what I saw from him in the preseason. But then it's just he got in, and I was like, I didn't know you were in. I didn't know you were in.
Thank you. He looked like a practice superstar.
Wow.
But I did. But when he did get the ball, I thought he, so
I thought he did a whole lot of.
Yeah,
okay.
I go.
Jalen Johnson's fast boy.
I go. I give him a 5.
Hold on, I'll be right back. Go ahead.
I give him a 5 I was gonna give him a 3, like you guys gave Clint, but you get 2 points for the win. I feel like he did. I feel like he did what a rookie that's trying to gain minutes was supposed to do. Like typically, and usually when I watch Jalen, I usually see him at least one defensive possession be so out of position that it just throws the whole rotation off. I did not see that tonight. You can tell that he's at least learning, I would say, like the language of the NBA, which is like, how do I stay in the league, which is compete on the defensive end, make a good play and generate open shots. And I feel like he did that. He got his one shot. I think didn't he pass up like a 3 in the corner? I think where he
did
baseline. I thought he should have took that. I thought he should have took it, but even with that, 1 for 1, he did not stand out on defense, which was great to me because he typically has 1 or 2 just where I'm like, Jalen, where are you? And so I give him a 5.
We could have had TLC out there.
Oh,
yeah, we could have.
Y'all coming from my guy.
But Jalen is young though, man.
I don't want to hear that rookie stuff. Because y'all talked about wanting him for so long.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna play that card. What I'm gonna say is I'm grading him on the Capela curve. In the sense of Capela, apparently his value is shot alteration and rotations. That's the only value he has. So with that, Jalen made a lot of good defensive rotations tonight, and he altered a couple shots at the rim, especially Jalen Green and especially Kevin Porter Jr. He altered a lot of their attempts at the rim when they beat their perimeter defender and got around him to get to the basket. Jalen was there to deter them. And so I thought that was recognizable. On offense, there's a certain guy who's I'm gonna get to next who greatly impacted Jalen's score. I mean, his ability on offense, because he didn't get any attempts. He got no looks. Yeah. The one time he had it in the corner, he passed it because the dude was clapping for the ball. But he can be more assertive, but it was just a dead zone. With that group that played it towards the end of the first, up early second to I think the 8-minute mark of the second quarter, there was no movement. There was no offense being ran. There was nothing. It was just like a dead zone.
Let me ask you a question, Matt.
Yeah.
So if he's on the court and there's no movement, did you ever see him cut?
No.
Did you ever see him seal the post up?
No.
To attempt? So that's you can't use that as an excuse then, because he was doing the same thing.
No, I said he could be more assertive, but the difference between him and John Collins was they actually called sets for John Collins, just to spread the floor out, have him in the post, cross matches, cross splits. They did different stuff to get John Collins the ball in his spots. With JJ,
but he has to earn that though.
I mean, he do. This is my thing. I always tell when they be like, "Oh, when I say the Hawks need to have more movement and more sets in their offense, you don't necessarily have to design it for one guy. You can, I can have sets for John Collins, and I can run Jalen Johnson through those same sets. I don't have to draw up anything in particular for JJ, but I can use him in the same similar ways that I use John Collins. Actually, he's a better passer than John Collins. So in some of them post actions, I could actually have him facilitate, do like Draymond, do the fake dribble handoff and get to the basket. I can use Jalen Johnson in a lot of creative ways that they don't use him. If you notice, I don't
know that because he hasn't done it yet. Yeah.
But I'm saying if you pay attention, Nate pointing, he goes stand in the corner and just stands there. He don't move.
Well, if you got Trae, Murray, Collins, even a Kungwu, on those they've earned the trust to have stuff ran. Well, not really a Kungwu, but I would imagine a Kungwu putting up a shot before a JJ is what I'm saying.
But
So
if
he
but
gotta earn that.
But I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
okay, like even if you want to like switch it over to football, like if I got a dig route, like I'm not just going to run it from my number one receiver. I can run it from my number two, my number three, my number four receiver because it's a good play. So it's going to work no matter who I run it from.
But everything that you, all your routes are targeted at getting your number one receiver open. Though.
Yeah, that's what it's set up for.
So
Yeah, but I'm
like,
just saying you can run other receivers through the same plays.
yeah,
You know,
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
I get what you're saying. I would like to say like one like sort of like I said on the Clint Capela scale, like you said. I think he did his job. That's why I give him a 5. You know, for a rookie backup power forward, you know, whether it's just a wing or big, I feel like he did his job. I don't think he is ready to really be put in actions in the way that you're saying he is. I do think Okonwu is ready because Okonwu has shown almost immediately he's really good at screens and screening and rolling. He's really good at DHOs, and he can play from the elbow a little. I haven't seen enough from Jalen to say, you know, us trying to compete for a championship. I'm going to put the ball in his hand at to make those decisions. Right now.
I think you can, especially in that like earlier, like Trae, you know, to me, and he's next. You know, the assist saved him tonight, but I mean, he was just like, I'm like, damn, you got other dudes on the court with you. They're NBA players, like, you know what I'm saying? You could give them the ball. It's okay, you know, but I thought that kind of sucked a lot of the energy away from JJ. You know, a lot of especially at the end of the first quarter. You know, Jalen open and this dude just turning around and shooting it. Like, I'm like, what are you doing?
Did everybody go with JJ?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I just got one more thing to say about him. The one is really because of how much everybody in the group hyped him up.
Yeah.
Where he's not with y'all. I think y'all hyped him up unfairly.
Oh, but okay,
but that's
so
fan bases though, right?
Okay, yeah. I'm a big JJ supporter.
You a coach, Gerald. You a coach. That's the difference.
You know what? I ain't even think about that. You right. I ain't think about that. Okay.
But even
I got you.
But Gerald, as a coach, ain't you gonna put your guy in the best position to succeed?
I am in practice, and whoever performs the best in that area, that's who I trust in the game.
Yeah.
So,
but
that's what I'm saying. You understand. You're looking at like Gerald. I get what you're saying. Most fans look at potential. Like I'm like you, Gerald. I look at execution. I can't stand young players. I can't stand young players, and the reason why is because until I see something, then I have no use for you. That's
I gotta be able to trust you. Now, I'm not one of the ones to where I'm gonna like shut you out like MJ from the Wizards did Kwame Brown. I'm not like one of those types, but I'm gonna give you the opportunity in practice to show me something. Yeah. If you don't show me something, then in the game, if you're not in or if you're not getting stuff called for you, you already know why.
But okay, I'll say to me, I feel like there's two type of coaches. Gerald, you can agree or disagree. I feel like there's two type of coaches. To me, it's managers, and then there's creators and innovators. Nate and what you're describing to me is a manager. They want dudes that's already proven, that's already, it's already displayed what they can do. So I'm not really creating anything. I'm not really innovating using their skill set. I'm just They're doing what they're doing. They just got my jersey on.
I get what you're saying. I think that every NBA coach on that level, they have the ability to. I think what you're saying is being a teacher,
Yeah.
or being able to like reinforce and communicate an actual like system and how to execute it. Is that what you're like going with?
Kind of, but okay. I'll give you an example. Like, I'll try to think. Like, Errol Watson, right? He coached. I was listening to a podcast he was doing. He coaches. He's assistant coach for Toronto. He's like, I have my system. I have my set plays. But if I see something in the game, I can call timeout and I can draw up something that we've never practiced before, and it's going to look like we practiced it 100 times because I got my pin game. I can draw something up on the fly. To me, Nate ain't that type of coach. So,
but just because he say that don't necessarily mean it's true.
Yeah, I think the other thing with that is right. Toronto's a really good team that's been together for a really long time. They've actually won
you ain't gotta do too much.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta do too much teaching.
Yeah, it's communication that he's talking about. Like he can communicate what they need to execute on the floor, and everyone knows where they fit in that scheme. But like to me, like for me, like I've never coached, but I think I coach in my mind. Like I actually like no lie, like I write up lineups and plays for the teams that I like and shit like that. It's bad. It's real bad. But but my point is like if I'm a coach and I've never coached, but if I was a coach, you prove yourself in practice, you prove yourself in the game, and then you prove yourself in the biggest games, and that's what you have to go by. So, and it's not a talent thing for if I'm a coach. For me, it's not a talent thing; it's an execution thing. So I don't care how well you shoot, how high you jump, how well you dribble. Can you execute what we're trying to get done here? Because if you can't, I don't have any value for you. And that's just it. Like, that's just it. Like, you look at, this is a terrible analogy because I love this player, but you look at the Lakers with Russell Westbrook.
I got a better one.
Go ahead. Well, you use yours because I don't like to dog on my man, Russ.
I got a better one. Then we go to the next person. But Ryan Leaf.
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
He might have been one of the highest graded quarterbacks coming out of college, and in the NFL, he was a deer in the headlights. He just didn't have it, and he was one of the most hyped up quarterbacks as well. But the thing, we just don't want to. I think we kind of got to reset our expectation on JJ. Mm-hmm. I mean, we know what his skill set was coming out of Duke, but it translating to the NBA is not necessarily his. He need to find a role. Mm-hmm. I think that's what it is.
Okay. When we finish the play race, I'll come back to this because I agree, but I think if you had a better system or if you had a more creative person running the system, you could find ways to integrate him on the fly where it looks better than what the way they're using him. But
I got a comment for that, but let's move on. Man.
Okay, let's Trae Young. Or you want to do Murray first? I'll go with Young since he.
Let's go Trae first because there's about to be some fireworks.
Okay, I'll go first with Trae. Because of the assists, I'll give him a 6 because of the assists. He was, if his name was some Bob Young, he would get like a 1 or a 2. I don't know what he was doing between the end of the first quarter through most of the fourth quarter. I don't know what he was doing. The shots were random. They weren't in rhythm. You could tell they were going to be off because he shot him the same way he shot where he's pushing his feet close together. So I'm like, oh, of course you're going to miss. They're all short, and I'm like, he keeps shooting. I'm like, we all know you're the best player on the team. You don't have to keep shooting. The ball is going to find you, later on in the game. You don't have to try to condense all your attempts in this 6-minute period. So, but he did show energy on defense. He got a steal and a block. He got I believe, 14 assists, 13 assists.
I think it was 15.
It was 13.
13.
Oh,
13. So, I mean, and to me, he made some big shots at the end, towards the end of the game. The floater, he made some good shots towards the end. But overall, I'm like, and Murray kind of talked about this at the end of the game, we got to move the ball better. It was too much isolation. So he's a 6 for me.
Yeah. I go. I give him a 7. I didn't have much of a problem with Trae's game, other than he was jacking up half court shots too early. I hated that. I am glad that we have Murray. I'll say this: we lose that game if we don't have Murray. And the reason I say that is because Trae is untamed. Trae is going to be untamed. And our primary problem last year was when Trae didn't have it, or when he did have it, no one was there to check him and make sure that everyone else got involved. We had 4 players that scored 20 points tonight. We had 6 players in double figures? So 5 players in double figures. So I give him a 7. I gave him a 7, or I gave him 8.
You gave him a 7.
Yeah, I give him a 7. His shooting percentage was poor. One of 11 from 3, which I wish. So part of the thing is he's been working with Steph, and we've been seeing this even through the preseason. He's either been really hot or really cold. And if you've ever played basketball, you worked on changing your jump shot, that's typically what happens. When you're trying to change, and he talked about working on techniques to change his jump shot when he's working with Steph and Steph shooter. So the really hot and really cold, I can understand right now. My biggest issue is you don't have to jack up 11, and you don't have to jack up 3 half court shots if they're not going in. I do appreciate the fact that Trae does find other ways to impact the game, and so the 13 assists was big. He's always automatic from the free throw line, and he knows how to get there. But I think he was 4 for 4 from 3-point line. He was 8 for 8 from the free throw line. So all that is great. But so yeah, I give him a 7, and we got the win.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, on you, analyst.
So, I think there's gonna be some shock faces. I want to echo a little bit what Rashad said, and I don't really have a too much of an issue. But there were a lot of moments where, yes, Trae, he took some shots. I don't think we would have really talked about him, even have made him. But the fact he missed them, and I agree with Matt. The timing of those shots weren't good.
Yeah.
Especially I think it was in the third quarter or the beginning of the fourth quarter, before Nate went with the starters. I said we need to go back with Murray and Hunter, because we got a gap, but we're stuck scoring, and Trae was on the court, and it was right at a point where I think they called the offensive foul on Trae, and we put everybody in. And I'll say this: considering that Trae had, I believe, 2 turnovers other than the offensive foul, which made it 3. I think that's I think that's really saying something. And I'll say this: I'll give him an 8. I'll give him an 8 for tonight. I think that I just think he was. I just
Who's
think
singing?
that's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm pausing.
I got family over, man. They
I
on
got
that
you.
party.
I
They
got
out
you.
there partying. I was like, it's game 1. I got to be committed. You know.
Okay, I was trying to figure that out. But anyways, so all right, so yeah, but no, Trae. Listen, I'm not saying Trae had his best game, but I don't think that I don't. The only reason I'm good on Trae right now is because it didn't cost us the game. It didn't cost us that. Now I give that to Murray, but it didn't cost us the game. But he wasn't just like, oh my God, Trae, you're so bad, you know. But he was. We've seen these games before where he comes in, he impacts the game on a different part of the floor. Like the assists were great, and then I saw him get active on defense. You know. Especially I think he was finishing that play on I think it was Eric Gordon, and then I'll say this one last thing, and then I'm gonna be done. I know that plus minuses are interesting, but I looked at the plus minus
Yeah, the best plus minus.
and he had a plus 16. I looked at Jalen Green's minus 16, and Jalen Green shot 1 for 7 from 3, and he was also. Let's see, he was 7 for 20 from the field. I'm not saying that's all because of Trae, but I'm saying Trae was not just lackadaisical on defense all game long. He had some, in my opinion, he had some really good defensive plays in this game, and I think it really caught Jalen Green off guard because Trae usually doesn't guard.
Yeah, last year he didn't.
To me, Trae get a 6.
6, that ain't bad.
That's fair.
I feel like defensively, he was what I need him to be. I feel like as far as facilitating with the assists, that was what I needed, and the fact that he got it without lobs, that was even more impressive. Now for this 7 for 21.
7 for 22.
Damn.
Don't cheat him now. Don't cheat him.
7 for 22.
One of those shots did go in and out, and I think he took one before the half.
Yeah, 7 for 22 is that's just not gonna cut it, bro. I know he's a volume shooter, so I can live with 10 for 22, but 7 for 22, that's less than 33%. That's less than 33% from the field.
That's true. I don't think he's gonna shoot like this every game, though.
Oh no.
I know. I'm just going off. I'm just going off of this game.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that that's not gonna cut.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like he get a 6 from me. It seemed like he was trying to cheer up Quavo with whatever his situation is with Sweetie and all.
Sweetie, trying to console him.
Yeah, he tried to put on the show.
You wanted the gang, I would have blessed.
Bro, Quavo was there by himself. He had some other folk there with Offset and Takeoff was not there. But anyway, yeah, it seemed like Trae he had momentum killing shot attempts.
Yeah.
Or potential momentum killing shot attempts. I feel like if he don't take those shots and he runs some offense, I feel like we put him away in like the second quarter.
Yeah, like an example, he took a half court, like a long 3. I think it was maybe a 2-possession game, and I think it was 4 minutes left. Now we took off after that, but he took a long 3. We're up by like 2 possessions, and he just took a ill-advised 3. And I was like, yo, like, what are you doing, like, bruh, like. Time, like possession time is critical right now, and he just like threw it up.
Yeah. I don't have a problem that he would take a shot like that. I got a problem that he took it in that moment, considering rolling. Like
if it wasn't Houston, that would have came back to bite us.
Like
Potentially.
that, and the end of the first quarter, like I believe he took 4 shots in a row, and they were all short. And it was like part of that Jalen was on the court looking lost in the corner. Well, not lost, but instructed to go to the corner. But I'm like, okay, the first shot is short, the second shot is short, the third shot is short, the fourth shot is short, and I'm like, eventually, if I'm on the court, I'm like, either I'm gonna say something to him or, what I'm saying, my defensive rotation, that second effort, third effort may not be there, because I'm like, what is this dude doing? But I'm not worried about the shooting. I mean, we all know he can shoot, but I just thought
What you give him?
I gave him a 6. I just thought his decision
Oh,
making was a little porous. But okay, Murray, and then we'll get to
he the last one, ain't he?
Yeah,
let me get up out of here. I gotta get up out of here, but I'm gonna give Murray a 10, man. We go
All right.
deal with my family, man. It's good talking to you fellas, man.
All
All right, bro.
Look to the chat, man. All right.
We did miss Aaron Holiday though.
Oh, I skipped him on purpose, but
He didn't play enough minutes.
yeah, I skipped him on purpose. Yeah.
So Murray, I think that's.
I'll give Murray a 10, bro. No, I'm lying. I give him a 9. He didn't shoot well he shot slightly better than Trae, but and he talked about we got to move the ball more. We played too much ISO ball, but he was kind of guilty of that as well. So he kind of contributed to that, but he did have the assists, which was great, bruh. His hands are so damn quick on the defensive end, like it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
it is ridiculous. But yeah, he get a 9 for me. I'm excited about him. I'm excited to see what he gonna do. It seemed like he felt free tonight because he's in a situation to where we can actually do some things and play meaningful basketball in the springtime.
First time since his rookie season, I believe. Maybe the sophomore season. I got a 10 only because I really want to give him like an 8 or a 9, but I'll give him a 10 because he came up with that still at the end of the game. And I just liked his overall. I like the way that he controlled the game. Like he really kind of reined Trae in the sense where he got the ball and he had Trae go down the court. I got it. I'll make the decisions. And I think that's Rashard kind of said it. Like last year, we may lose a game like this because, the Trae's the one making all the decisions. And, he like, okay, I don't got it going. So like all great scores, I'm going to make it go in, And so I thought Murray kind of reeled that in and was like, I'll make the decisions. I'll decide who gets the ball where and help the offense flow. He gave it to Dre late on a couple key possessions and to kind of extend the lead. So, that's incorporated in the score too. Well, I'll give him a 10.
All right. Analyst?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna go with a 10. I think, and here's the reason. I thought his play, like to me, I know it's for this game, but I know those shots are gonna fall. And I had to get my mind, past that because Matt told me after the first quarter, he was like, the guys will settle in, and I'm thinking like, no, with like these guys, like, but like I said, I know those shots are going to fall. But the thing with Murray, the reason why, because Murray, like his play tonight would deserve a 9. But the reason why he's getting a 10 is because kind of what the both of y'all are saying, like Trae, like I didn't think Trae was bad, but he definitely wasn't good. And like I said, Trae, we would have lost the game had it been just Trae. And I think when you add Murray, I think Murray was kind of that mediator to kind of tone down and kind of go with his flow. And when we went with his flow, some guys got he was getting John a lot, and he was kind of like, hey Trae, hey, I'm here, calm down, I can do it too. And then especially when he was off the course, I think it's the perfect mix, and I think it's gonna blend perfect. I know it's only game one, but it's gonna blend perfectly. 15, 20, 25 games of the season. But that's the reason I'm giving him one more, because he was kind of that mediator out on the court where it's like, Trae, remember, I'm here. You ain't got to do it all by yourself. And then after that, if you can have 11 assists with no turnovers, 5 steals, listen, and then
I wonder when's the last time there was a backcourt duo that both had 10 assists apiece.
I thought they said it was. I know it's Hawks history, but yeah, I don't. As far as like the league,
yeah,
that's yeah.
And
I'll have
because
maybe LeBron and Kyrie in the finals.
I don't know if Kyrie getting 10,
but
10
also find a backcourt in the league. Now that's good. I thought about this too. Think about it. I never heard a backcourt in the league that their 2 guards only combined for 3 turnovers, and one of them was like an offensive foul on Trae.
That's good.
So essentially, in my mind, I'm planning it as 2 turnovers. Usually Trae have like 6-7 turnovers, and he'll want to be a pass to Bogey on the bench, something like that. But I'm liking what I'm seeing, with this new backcourt, and I can kind of see the potential that they both complement each other, and it's like, I think it's gonna take Trae a few more games to realize that he got Murray beside him and he don't have to do it all. Like some of those shots were do it all shots.
I think it's gonna be all right. That everybody?
Yes, everybody. Yeah. Nate, it's the last one. We got 8 minutes.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna be quick on this. I give him a 9. We only allowed how many points?
107.
107.
Okay, well, 107. I always say our key with as many points as we'll score. If we can keep everybody under 110, we should win the game.
Yeah.
So I give him a 9.
We got 117 and we need to shoot well.
Exactly. Yeah. Like if we'd have shot well, we'd have had 135.
Especially with Bogey in there knocking them shots down, because I'm looking for, because I think Bogey is going to be on a different level with having that knee surgery, finally getting that knee fully recovered. I think Bogey's going to be at full potential, because he's never really been at full potential in his career, in my opinion. But with Nate, I want to give him the 9. I'll give him the 9 because we won. I was going to give him an 8 because I felt like there was a lot of times throughout that game where he could have made a few adjustments, because I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, naturally, not forcefully, but naturally, we 20 points better than Houston. And I feel like with the right adjustments, maybe we don't win by 20, but I think it would have been a little bit easier fill and win.
I think Trae shooting them dumbass shot contributed to the game being close.
Yeah.
That was Nate.
Yeah. It's just, now I did notice this. Nate didn't stick with like groups that didn't work for too long. I think that's another thing that like the front office is like, you can't do this. Like you can't just run regular rotations and this group is not doing anything. Like the only reason he got away with that second unit being in the game for as long as it was is because of the defense. And the fact they were getting out in transition, like it looked like a rookie wreck show out there at first when they were missing shots. We were getting out, we were missing shots, they were missing shots. I was like, put Trae and Hunter back in the game. Put DeJounte and Hunter back in the game.
We gotta give Nate credit, bro.
Yeah, that's why I said
if he hasn't gotten through to the team on anything, at least for this first game, he got through to him on defense.
Yeah.
So. I do feel like I give Nate a 8. I do feel like he could have done some things especially in the second half. Could have went to some matchup zones. Could have done some to limit the ball penetration because it was just too much ball penetration. Every time you turned around, some dude was in the air from Houston, attacking the rim.
Yeah.
So they didn't make it all the time. They had some missed dunks and different stuff, but and then offensively, I felt especially the 5-minute mark of the first all the way through probably 7-minute mark of the second quarter, it was real stagnant. It was real isolation heavy. And it was like part Trae did attribute to that a lot, but it was like
I saw Murray calling some plays coming up the court.
It's like, dude, like y'all gotta move the ball around. Like this dude's hot. This dude can be hot. Like y'all gotta move the ball. Y'all get easier shots because Houston's not rotating twice. They may rotate once, but they're not gonna rotate twice. So you gotta move the ball. And I thought Onyeka made some really good passes as well. I think you can do a lot more with him with the ball. And like I said about Jalen, you can do a lot more creative stuff with when he got the ball in his hands and he's making decisions because he makes quick decisions. He don't hold it, And so I thought that was another thing that Hunter improved. He don't get it, hold it, jab step, hold it, pump fake, shoot. Like his process is a lot faster. His process is a lot faster. But yeah, I give Nate an 8. Not bad for the first game. I did want to see a little bit more creativity because I don't like stagnant, stale stuff. So
I really want Nate to. I still want to see Nate get on one of the players, but like no, you missed that defensive assignment. I want to see him.
He do that in timeouts.
I do like that he called timeouts early. Like he caught one early in the first quarter. And like, dude, we playing around too much with this team. Like let's put him away. But
so I got a little question. And it pertains to the Magic. Y'all cool with that?
Yeah. Hold on, let me end this live. Hold on. Or you want to put it on there? It's 2 minutes. 3 minutes.
I don't like to end it, so y'all got it.
Y'all ended it?
Yes, I believe so. Oh no, it's still running.
Yeah, it's still running.
I don't know if Damon has to do it since his channel.
Damon got to do it, or we got to leave.
No, but if we leave, then it's still running on YouTube.
It's just
gonna run out. I think it's going to run out. So go ahead, Gerald. I think it's going to run out at the end anyway.
Okay, my main question is, who do you think is the one detail we need to pay attention to beat Orlando?
I was watching this game and the Orlando game only because I'm from Detroit, so I do watch the Pistons still. But Banchero, that's gonna be a tough cover. I mean, just off the top of my head, like I know Clint can't guard him, so it's gonna have to be DeAndre. But he's 2 inches taller than DeAndre, and I do want to see if DeAndre has that lateral quickness back that he had 2 years ago. But Banchero, that's going to be a tough cover. They do got size. They played Banchero, Banchero, Bamba, and Wendell Carter together, for a lot of the game.
And then they put Franz out there who's 6'8".
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's good too. I mean, he take a dudes off the dribble, 6'10". It's not gonna be an easy game, especially if we don't shoot well.
I think we're gonna shoot them out the jam, bro. Because they big as hell, but they can't. For me, it's gonna come down to rebounding.
Yep.
If we don't even have to beat them rebounding. If we can just be within 5 rebounds of them, we'll blow them out.
Yeah, they're another fast-paced team. They're another fast-paced team that flies around on defense. So I think you gotta, but they're a lot bigger than Houston.
I think they're a bigger Houston. Like
Yeah, I think because they're young, they fly around. They're and listen, I think that I won't say they're tough, but they're gonna make you earn a win. If you're gonna get a win against them, so I think that it's gonna come down to rebounding. If we shoot well, they don't stand a chance. But what we got to make sure that we fix, especially after tonight, is closing the lane. We can't let guys drive down the lane because they will drive down the lane all day. I don't know how to end it, but it's about to run at 2 hours. But yeah, so like
They
if
don't have the same threats to get in the lane like Houston did.
yeah, I don't know if Cole
They don't
Anthony's
have
gonna
the
play
flat.
because Cole Anthony last I saw he was only out with like an illness. It said, so I don't know if. So if he plays, then he puts a lot of pressure on the defense. And then I'm looking at I'm trying to look into. I know Paolo. He's gonna be like the Jabari, but better type player. Because I thought Jalen Green was good, but he wasn't like outstanding. And then France put up 20. So to me, Jalen Suggs, like if you, to me, I'm not too high on Suggs. So
Bro,
He played
we gonna
well
send
tonight.
their ass back to Disney World.
He
yeah,
played well.
I'm be at the
I
game
think he
too.
had 20. He fouled out, but I think he had 20 points or something like that.
Hey, y'all
Oh,
see
but
y'all see Ben Simmons.
what he do?
No, Boston got smacked. I mean, Brooklyn got smacked.
Brooklyn got killed. Brooklyn, like they wanted to tank for Wembanyama. They but no, Ben Simmons. Oh my goodness, Ben
What he
Simmons.
do?
Let me tell you this man's stat line. Let me tell you the stat line. Ben Simmons had a whopping 4 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 fouls. 6 fouls. 6 fouls. He shot 0
Bruh,
for 2 from the free throw line.
he about to take another leave.
And he had 3. He had 3. He had 3 turnovers.
That man forgot how to play basketball, bro.
And then the Nuggets got they got, man. If we weren't if we didn't wake up, that would have happened to us. Utah killed the Nuggets. And Utah, they ain't nobody like they ain't nobody to be concerned about. I mean, they got good players, but they ain't Utah with Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell.
All right, y'all. I'm about to get off. I got family here too, but I'm in the car, so.
All right. Yeah,
All
you
right,
ain't got
y'all.
a lot of singing church music in the All right. So Matt, I don't know how to end this, but
I don't either. I guess it was saved. I don't know.
I hope so.
Did Damon comment on here? No, he didn't. I just put in our group, like, I don't know how to end it, but
Yeah, I would if you want to keep. I mean, because if we leave, then it's just be a blank running live stream. Which,
oh really?
yeah, because think about it, we're on StreamYard, so I think he goes live on YouTube rather than he may go live on StreamYard. I don't know, but I know if we both leave the studio, I don't know if that'll end the live stream.
Let me see.
Hey, there's no one that only if he went live on. He's probably gonna be mad at us. He's like, I told y'all to just leave. Why is my thing popping like that?
Okay, say 20 view. Okay, so leave the stream, analyst, and then I have it pulled up, so I'm gonna see if it's gonna be just blank. Okay, so leave the stream because it's back. It's delayed.
Okay, so
Okay, so I'm gonna leave.